In this position, Magnus Carlsen starting to play brilliantly. You could call that genius. So he starts with b5. Hikaru takes. And here the rook is attacked, obviously. And Carlsen says, fine, you can have my rook. h5. Okay. White goes on a4, trying to push the queen side. h4. Alright. Hikaru pushes forward. h3. And now rook a1. So yes, the pawn is here, but the pieces on the black side are very far from the king. So I can understand that Hikaru wants to push here and maybe take on c7. That looks dominating for white. Let's see the game. Take. Hikaru takes the exchange and pushes b5. Now Magnus retreats, and it's still not clear. Yes, this pawn is advanced, but these pieces once again are a little bit far from the action. So how to break through? Exactly the question. So Hikaru, rook d b1. He has a clear plan. Wants to push here, and he has an advantage in material. And here, d5. That's a classic move, but what's very good is like black played b5 first, all the way to h3, and now the third breakthrough, d5, going all in. Now b6 plays, that makes sense, but the queen comes back here. Now you're starting to see that the queen can come here, bishop d6, threatening h2. You can see that also e4 is hanging. So black has compensation. So here f4 played and the queen on c3. It's invading the white camp. And here definitely a mistake. Queen a1 to trying to exchange the queen. So instead here, white has to try to push. That was the plan. But black would sack a piece and do knight e4. And you have all kind of threats against the king here, but that was the way to go. Instead, after queen e1, black does not want to exchange the queens. Knight c5, that's very strong, attacking here and here. x6 played, b7, you take here, and now bishop c5, attacking along the diagonal. So black is having a lot of counterplay. Rook b3 play, attacking the queen. Queen c4, take, rook b4. So here still white is up in exchange, but you can see here and these diagonals are all very weak. And here black would just continue to play queen d3 and to take on e4, but instead Magnus decided to play the endgame. And here, knight g3, rook d4, which wasn't the best move, f5, bishop d7, take, and rook c2. So the king here is blocked, and these pawns will advance. And you have a very strong knight here, so black is winning here. And this is a final position where Hikaru resigned, but you can really go here and then come here, push, and you're gonna promote, and there's no way to get to the king. This pawn here is protected, so even if you come here, you cannot create counterplay. This is completely winning, beautiful end position. So now the question is, was this play brilliant? Meaning that you start with b5 here, then you play h5, then you play h3, and eventually d5, and you end up breaking through here. Is that winning all the way? The answer is no. So what was the biggest mistake from Hikaru? Where at the beginning when h5 is played here, Hikaru went with the plan a4, a5, rook a1. But here you have the simpler idea. Play queen d2, and that's threatening to take over here. And if black continues like in the game, you can simply take, and play h3. And here you're stopping that, and d5 is not that good because you can still take and play bishop f4. So queen d2 and e3, that's very good to offer some counterplay. So queen d2 was the key move. And in this position, when Magnus played h4, Hikaru went for a5 and rook a1. And here, simply h3 was much better. Because if you try to go like that, then you can take, and play queen d2. And you don't have a fork here, and you're consolidating with white. And if over here you play d5, which is the second breakthrough, then you take the exchange like in the game, you take on e6, you play c5 and bishop d5. But here you can see that the h4 pawn is blocked, and you have no way to easily attack the white king, and you still have a pawn here and c5 pawn here, so white is better. So queen d2 and h3 were the two key moves. Instead, when you go in this position, white is already a bit in trouble and had to play a6 probably, or queen g2, and after d5 the queen comes here, and as we see in the game, knight c5 and take on e4. It is all very good for black. Amazing game, amazing and complex battle, and Magnus really truly played like a world champion. Thank you for watching.